filming your butt. We're flying back to Melbourne now from Singapore's Changi Airport. Once again though, on different flights.
Makes sense being we had them on the way over.
That's true. If you watched the previous video when we had the separate flights on the way over, that would make sense. I didn't know if people would have seen that video. Anyway, one thing we want to try out is that we found out earlier today that in the dual here at Singapore's Changi Airport, you can actually check your bags in for pretty much every flight. Qantas and Singapore Airlines are definitely two of the ones that you can check in for, which is pretty good. So you can drop your bags, hit the shops, go to the restaurants, whatever you want before you jump on board your plane. So now our bags are checked in, we've got our boarding passes, and we're here in the dual with hours to spare. I miss you. Have a good flight. I hate saying goodbye to her. I hate saying goodbye to her. But I've just said goodbye to her. Apparently in Terminal 3, which is where I'm flying from tonight, there's a viewing deck on level 4. I have a couple of hours before the flight, so... Apparently up the escalator, it's on the public side, you don't need to go through security, so up the escalator. This looks a lot more promising. Oh! Hang on, first look at this view. Cool. This is the viewing mall. That's what it's called, viewing mall, but can't really view very much. There's a few layers of glass between me and the runway. It's also kind of night time now as well. This is a night flight that I'm on tonight, but I thought at the very least you might be able to get outside and have a look. But Changi Airport, you're efficient and great in so many ways, but your viewing mall f***s. When you've spent the whole day in Singapore filming with Singapore Airlines, I know it's not a bad life, but when you've been doing that, anyone who's been here will know how humid it is. So before you get on a plane, my one bit of advice is wash away all the sweat. I feel human again. A shower in the airport really is one of life's little luxuries. The other thing I want to check out on this flight is, if you've watched the channel for a little while, you know that I've had an interesting relationship with Bose, the company that makes noise cancelling headphones. I use them in my flying and I love their A20s, they are brilliant. I've got the QC35s that I wear a lot when I'm travelling, but because Bose never responded to any of my emails, I kind of thought I'm going to try a different brand just to check out a different one for myself, but also to share with you on the channel. So today I'm going to be testing the brand new Sony noise cancelling headphones. I'll put the model number up here because I can't remember it. I'm going to try them on this flight. If you'd be interested in a side-by-side review of the Bose noise cancelling headphones, the Sony ones that I'm using, and maybe also the new Apple AirPods, the AirPod Pros that have come out, do let me know in the comments below if you'd be interested to see that. Also, does this hat make my ears look big? I just filmed that whole sequence of the aeroplane, walking onto the aeroplane, all the exteriors, with the lens cap on. So it looked like this. to Australia, I'll give you a bit of a tour of what it's like here on the 777. Slept for about 5 hours.
You'll feel so much better after you brush your teeth.
So the seat here on the 777 is very similar to the one that we had on the A350 flying out to Singapore a couple of days ago. If you haven't seen that, I'll link to the video. It's a flatbed seat. It doesn't recline down into a flatbed. What you have to do is fold the back over, and that becomes the flatbed, and you sort of stick your feet in the little recess that's down there in front of you. And similar to the A350, it's a 1-to-1 configuration. Now that's because this is the 777-300. I believe that the 777-200s that Singapore Airlines fly has the older 222. I might just see if they can do me a coffee actually. So I've been enjoying using these new Sony WH-1000X noise cancelling headphones. The noise cancellation is very good. You can set, there's an ambient noise setting as well, which you can set it to, where it actually uses the microphones on the outside to kind of let through some of the ambient noise. So if someone's talking to you, or if there's an announcement going on, which is really useful in airports, you can still kind of hear that through the headphones. Whereas if you have the noise cancelling function on without the ambient noise, it just cuts basically all the external sound out. But the very cool thing is if you actually tap the side, this side on the right hand ear cup is a touchpad, so you can swipe one way to skip a track, you can swipe the other way to go back to a previous track, swipe up to turn the volume up, swipe down to turn it down, and double tap will actually pause or start the music. Thank you.
Can I get you some sugar?
Yeah, just a sugar is great, thank you.
No problem.
41 minutes then until we get into Melbourne.
135 miles from Melbourne. We will be commencing our descent very shortly. Weather in Melbourne is fine, temperature 7 degrees Celsius. With the present estimate and barring any delay due to traffic, estimated time of arrival into Melbourne.
Any of us who fly regularly know the seatbelt sign is just a recommendation. It's up to you, you know. If you feel like it, put it on. If not, just as a disclaimer, that was sarcasm. Thank you very much. Thanks for looking after me.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. And back in the old hood. Just got to wait for my wife to turn up on her Qantas flight, and then we can go home.